So do you also want to extract the details from hotel booking confirmation documents? Then this video is definitely for you. So hello all, welcome back to Pabbly Connect, and in this video we are going to understand how to use an AI agent for effortless hotel booking confirmation extraction. So like you, I also used to manually extract the data from all the confirmations received. But this is such a time consuming and an error prone task. So to solve this problem, I've simply created this amazing automation where what is going to happen is that as soon as I add hotel booking confirmation document into my Google Drive, automatically my AI agent is going to extract the details from this document and further add that details into my spreadsheet. So to do this, we are simply going to create a connection between Google Drive, my AI agent, which is OpenAI, and Google Sheets. And to create this connection without knowing any programming or coding language, we are going to use Pabbly Connect. It is an amazing automation software. So if you also want to create this amazing automation for your own business, then for that you have to come with me towards my screen. Welcome to my screen. So in this video, I'll show you how to build an AI agent that effortlessly extract booking confirmations details from the document and add them into your spreadsheet. So whether it is the guest name, hotel name, check-in, check-out dates, total amount paid, room type, or the booking platform, automatically all the details will be extracted from the confirmation document and added into your spreadsheet. That too without any manual efforts. So this automation streamlines your travel or admin process. It is ideal for travel agents, corporate teams, or event planners. So let's dive in and take manual work out of the booking management. So as you can see that I have already got a document, and now what we're going to do is I'm just going to extract the key details from this document and add them into this spreadsheet. And if you also want to create this amazing automation and learn how to do this, then for that you have to stick to this video till the end. So to do this, we are simply going to open a new tab and we're going to open the landing page of Pabbly Connect simply by searching pabbly.com/connect in our browser. So I'm simply going to search for pabbly.com/connect in our browser. And now it is opening the landing page of Pabbly Connect, and over here we're going to get two options. One is sign in and the another one is sign up for free. So if you are a new user, you can click on this sign up for free and you're going to get 100 of tasks free every month to explore the application. But over here I am an existing user, so I'm simply going to click on this button which says sign in. And once we're going to click on this sign in, it is opening all Pabbly apps, and over here you can see all the tools and applications offered by Pabbly. But in today's video we are going to use Pabbly Connect because we are connecting different applications. So I'm simply going to click on this access now right over here to access my Pabbly Connects account. And once we're going to click on this access now, it is opening my dashboard. And to get started with this automation, we simply have to click on this button which says create workflow, and now it is asking me for the workflow name and the folder I want to save the workflow in. So over here on my dashboard I've created multiple folders in which I save my workflows. So if you also want to create a new folder, you can go towards this create new folder button and create your own. I have already created multiple folders, so I'm just going to save my workflow in one of these only, which is automations. And now I'm just going to name my workflow AI agent for effortless hotel booking confirmation extraction, and then we are simply going to click on this button which says create. And once we're going to click on this create, it is opening the most important window of our automation, which is our workflow window. So this is the most important window because we have trigger and action in this. Trigger and actions are the two main principles on which our workflow is going to run. Trigger means when this happens and action means do this. So by this you can understand that the actions are response towards the commands given by a trigger, and that's the particular reason that we can have only a single trigger but multiple actions following the commands of a trigger in a particular workflow. And to get started, we are simply going to select our trigger application. So for my trigger application, I'm simply going to select it as Google Drive. So I'm just going to search for Google Drive and select it right over here. And now for the trigger event, I'm simply going to select it as new file in a specific folder. And now we are simply going to click on this button which says connect, and now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Drive account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this, select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now we have to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And once we're going to click on this blue button, I'm just going to simply select my Gmail account, with the help of which I'm just going to connect my Google Drive. And once we're going to select the Gmail account, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what I'm just going to do is I'm simply going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for because my data is secure with Pabbly. And once we're going to click on this allow, with this we have successfully connected our Google Drive account account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the folder or the subfolder. So over here you can see that I have multiple folders in my Google Drive account, but I'm just going to select the same folder in which I'm just going to add the hotel booking confirmation documents, which is hotel booking confirmation. So this is the name of my folder. So I'm just going to select the same right over here. So the folder you are selecting should be a shareable one. So what do I mean by shareable one? So shareable one means that you have to go towards the folder name and then towards this share and once again towards this share. And over here in the share, the general access should be anyone with the link and editor. So it is really important that you keep the general access as anyone with the link and editor, because if you are not going to give it this access, then your AI agent will not be able to read the documents and extract the details. So that is the reason that you first have to make this folder a shareable one. I have already made this folder a shareable one, so now I'm just going to select the same folder and now I'm just going to click on the save and send test request. But before clicking on the save and send test request, I'll just let you know that Google Drive is a pooling based application. So pooling based application means that this application will not check for new data instantly. It is going to take some amount of time to check for the new data. And over here in the case of Google Drive, it is saying that the trigger will check for new data in 10 minutes. So whenever I'm just going to click on the save and send test request, Pabbly is going to capture the last response or the latest response made in my Google Drive account. So first we're going to do the test submission and then we're going to click on the save and send test request. All right. So I'm just going to upload a document right over here, which is the hotel booking confirmation document. And once we're going to upload this document, with this we have successfully did the test submission. And now I'm just going to open my workflow and click on the save and send test request button so that we can capture the response of the same. And as you can see that we have successfully captured the response of the same document which we added right over here in our Google Drive account. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our trigger step. And now what is going to happen is that whenever I add a new file in this specific folder, automatically my workflow is going to get triggered within 10 minutes. So the trigger time is 10 minutes right now. If you want to reduce or increase this trigger time, you can go towards this three dots, set trigger time, and reduce or increase the trigger time right from here. I'm just going to keep it as 10 minutes only, and now we can move on further. Now what I want is I want to create an AI agent for effortless hotel booking confirmation extraction. So for that, I'm just going to select my action application as my AI agent, which is OpenAI. So I'm just going to look for OpenAI in the action applications and select it right over here. And now for the action event, I'm simply going to select it as extract content from PDF/image and click on this button which says connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your OpenAI account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this button which says select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection, and now it is asking me for the token. And to get this token, we are simply going to follow the help text, and it is saying kindly visit your OpenAI API key page to get the API key that you need to enter here. So I'm simply going to go towards my OpenAI API key page to get the API key. And after opening this, we simply have to go towards this create new secret key button, and now it is asking me for the key name. So I'm just going to name my key as hotel bookings right over here. So I'm just going to name my key as hotel bookings and select the project. And after doing this, I'm simply going to click on this create secret key button. And once we're going to click on this create secret key button, over is my API key. So I'm simply going to copy this key and then we're going to paste this key right over here in our workflow. And after pasting this key, we are simply going to click on this blue button which says save. And once we're going to click on this save, with this we have successfully connected our OpenAI account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the AI model. So I'm simply going to select it as GPT-4o Mini. You can select any another of your choice. And now it is asking me to enter the image/PDF URL. So over here we are not going to enter the PDF URL manually or by copy pasting it, but instead we're going to map it. So you must be wondering, what is mapping? So mapping is a method by Pabbly which means inserting the data from the previous step. And as you know, our previous step was the trigger step where we selected Google Drive as our trigger application. So we're simply going to map the details from the response of our trigger application only. And as soon as we're going to map these details, automatically my details will turn dynamic and change with every new response received. Alright, so I'm simply going to map this web content link right over here. Now we're going to move on further. It is asking me for the prompt. So I'm simply going to enter my prompt. So I'm just going to extract the details with the help of structured output. So I'm just going to keep the prompt really simple, which is extract me the details from the given PDF. So I'm just going to enter it right over here, which is extract me the details from the given PDF. Alright, so now after entering this prompt, we're going to move on further. It is asking me for the structured output. So it is saying enter the structured output JSON object here. So we have to generate a JSON schema and add that JSON schema right over here to extract the details from our PDF. But you must must be wondering, how are we going to get the JSON schema without knowing any programming or coding language? So to generate this JSON schema, we are simply going to follow this important note. It is saying to generate the structured output JSON, navigate to this URL. So I'm simply going to open this URL right over here. And once we're going to open this URL, we have to click on this generate button. And now it is asking me to enter the prompt right over here to generate the JSON schema. So I'm simply going to enter my prompt. And to enter my prompt, I'm just going to open my spreadsheet. And over here, you can see what are the details which I want to extract. You can see the first detail is the guest name. So what I'm just going to do is I'm just going to type right over here guest name. So this is the first detail which I want to extract. And now I'm just going to move on in the another line. And now I'm just going to enter the format in which I want to extract this. So it is type of a short text. So I'm just going to enter type of a short text right over here. So as you can see, that I've simply entered the format too. And now I'm just going to move on in another line. And I'm just going to give the description as this. Extract and provide me the full name of the guest as stated in the hotel booking confirmation. And now I'm just going to do this for all of them, like hotel name. So I'm just going to enter hotel name and do the same for all of these. And as you can see, that I've successfully did this for all of these and entered my prompt. So now I'm simply going to copy my prompt right from here, and then we're going to paste it right over here in this structured output. And after doing this, I'm simply going to click on this green button which says create. And once we're going to click on this create, automatically my AI agent is going to generate me the JSON schema without knowing any programming or coding language. You can see that I have generated my JSON schema. So I'm simply going to copy this JSON schema, and then we're going to paste it right over here in this structured output field. And after doing this, I'm simply going to click on this blue button which says save and send test request. And once we're going to click on the save and send test request, automatically my AI agent is going to extract the details from my hotel booking confirmation document and give me as the response right over here. And further, we're going to add that details into our spreadsheet. So we're just going to wait for a few seconds till my AI agent is extracting and giving me the details as the response right over here. And as you can see that my AI agent has successfully extracted the details and give it at me right over here. You can see the guest name, you can see the hotel name, you can see the check-in and check-out dates, you can see the total amount paid, room type and the booking platform. So yes, now I'm just going to add these details right over here into my spreadsheet. So to do this, I'm just going to add another action step, and now for the action application, I'm simply going to select it as my Google Sheets. And after selecting this, it is asking me for the action event. So I'm simply going to select my action event as add new row and click on this button which says connect. And now it is asking me to add a new connection or select an existing connection. So if you have already connected your Google Sheets account with your Pabbly Connect's workflow, you can simply click on this select existing connection and then save. But if you haven't, you have to follow me, click on add a new connection. And now we are going to click on this blue button which says sign in with Google. And once we're going to click on this sign in with Google, Pabbly is asking me to select my Gmail account, with the help of which I'm just going to connect my Google Sheets. So I'm simply going to select my Gmail account right over here. And once we're going to select the Gmail account, Pabbly is asking me for some permissions. So what we're going to do is I'm simply going to click on this allow and give Pabbly all the permissions it is asking for, because my data is secure with Pabbly. And once we're going to click on this allow, with this we have successfully connected our Google Sheets account with our Pabbly Connect's workflow. And now it is asking me to select the spreadsheet and the sheet. So as you can see, the name of my spreadsheet is hotel booking confirmations. So I'm just going to select the same right over here. And now for the sheet, I'm just going to select my sheet, which is sheet 1. So I'm simply going to select it right over here. And now we're going to move on further. It is asking me for all of these details. So I'm simply going to map all of these details one by one. And once we're just going to map these details, automatically these details will be added right over here in my spreadsheet. Alright, so one by one, I'm just going to map all of these details. We're going to start with the guest name. So I'm simply going to map this guest name from the response of my previous step. Then we're going to move on further. I'm just going to map the hotel name. I'm just going to map the check-in and the check-out dates. We're going to move on further. I'm just going to map total amount paid. I'm just going to map room type right over here. And at last, I'm just going to map the booking platform. And after mapping all of these details, I'm simply going to click on this blue button which says save and send test request. And with this, we have successfully added these details into our Google Sheets. So I'm just going to open my Google Sheets right from here. And as you can see, the details have been added. So yes, with this, we have successfully completed our workflow. And now what is going to happen is that whenever I'm just going to add a new file in this folder in my Google Drive account, within 10 minutes, the workflow is going to get triggered. OpenAI is going to extract the detail from that booking confirmation document document and add the details right over here in my spreadsheet. So yes, with this we have successfully completed our workflow, and now we don't have to come back and again to our workflow to click on save and send test request. All of this is going to happen in backend. We just have to sit back and relax. So yes, now go try this amazing automation for yourself too. And while trying, if you have any questions related to the video or the workflow, you can directly comment on this video. See you in the next video with many more automation tips, everyone. Thank you for watching. So not only these applications, but with the help of Pabbly Connect, you can connect many more applications. So now if you have any doubts, you can reach us at support@pabbly.com. If you have any queries, you can reach us at forum.pabbly.com. And if you have any pricing related issues, you can follow this URL. And now go try this amazing automation for your own business too, because right now we are offering a free trial of Pabbly Connect.